Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 1. I decided to buy a couple things off screen, and we're going to end up doing the shadow extraction this episode. So, takes 12 encounters to manifest 1 shadow used for powerful incantations. There are shadows that we cast, there are shadows that dance in the candlelight, and then there is this. Just a liquid form of shadow, I guess. Wonder what it tastes like. Probably tastes pretty dark.
Shadow to the surface rise.
I picture it tastes like very black or oversteeped coffee. Or tea, I guess.
Yes, Lord Charon. You'll have what gold I may find, as I require what supplies you may spare.
Alrighty, Kiwi.
The unhappy goddess of comeuppance casts her judging gaze on all within the crossroads, which she safeguards out of duty and of spite.
You know, that is a fun little project to do. I already was going to talk about the ridiculous nicknames I have for all the gods, but also just like their epitaphs. The goddess of comeuppance. The arch nemesis.
On Nem's bad side.
Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and start the run. So today we are going to be taking the staff, base staff, because we still haven't unlocked any aspect weapons. We are going to be taking 2 fear. So we'll take 1 menace, and I probably don't want to take time just yet because I don't think I can kill things fast enough. Let's go ahead and just do 2 levels of menace. It's probably, I would argue it's one of the easiest vows to take because you're going to fight those enemies anyway. And I don't honestly think that any one minion is harder than another necessarily. They do hit harder, and that might be the one big issue, but otherwise they're pretty manageable. So only need to start. Not my favorite, but okay.
We need you where you are. Your battles through the underworld are consequential to the war that rages here. But leave the surface to the gods and me. Do not become distracted by the sealed crossroads gateway leading up.
Don't go upstairs, Mel. We're hiding the bodies in the attic. All right. So let's see. Night Bloom, Wolf Howl, Darkside. I mean, I'm just going to go for Darkside because it is the full moon. But it's not my favorite hex necessarily. It's a little unwieldy to use. It only lasts for 5 seconds, but it makes us impervious and do a lot of... It changes up all of our abilities. Now, I should mention, if you didn't notice just there, I crit for 120. I crit for 120 again. We are taking the White Antler on this run, which means I have a maximum HP of 30 for the rest of the run. We're going to want to see... We're going to want to see some armor as early as possible, but I figured, you know what? Let's play a little risky. Since I am not... This is definitely the wrong build for it, mind you. But the way we're going to play, because we have the Mel staff anyway, is we're going to charge up our Omega Specials and try and drop those as often as possible. Probably should have taken the Sorceress on the Arcana cards now that I think that out loud. Oh well. Since we don't really need HP with this kind of build, we'll go ahead and take Hestia. Hestia is a really good god. I don't want her on the special necessarily, but we already proved that, what is it, Pyrotechnic? No, not Pyrotechnic. Glowing Coal? I think it's Glowing Coal. Glowing Coal is amazing. And it won us our 2nd run and almost won us our 1st run. So obviously, if we can get it with this kind of build, great. We're definitely going to want to play things safe from a distance with this build, but if we just get a couple...
Flame sigil.
Just build around it a little bit.
Lord Hecate, you must be sorting out some way to keep that Kronos from recovering, lest you wouldn't keep on going after him like this. You getting any warmer yet?
Definitely warm with you here. So Heat Rush, Cardio Gain. None of these are really what I want. These are all kind of terrible for the build I'm planning. I think out of all of them, Cardio Gain we stand to gain the most from. But even that's kind of terrible because I'm not going to be spamming my special fast enough to generate the magic that I need, especially if... I think, honestly, maybe we take her Sprint just so that I don't lock myself out of better boons for those 2 slots. Man, I wish I had rerolls. Oh, well. There's our Hammer. Hermes isn't bad either, but I think we'll go for the early Hammer. The reason why Hermes is not bad is Hermes has a fun little boon that doubles your chance of percent-based boons activating, including crit chance, making it insanely broken for specific builds. Realistically speaking, we're probably... Oh, well... I didn't even see what hit me there. Probably the roots from that tendril spawner. I don't know what they're called. I almost wonder if taking White Antler right now is a bad idea. We'll see. I also wonder, does getting max magic or max HP, will it come back if I...
Got you.
Like if I get max HP, will it come back if I take off the White Antler? Mirrored Thrasher. Your attacks hit 2 times but use 5 magic. You channel 30 magic into your Omega Special to deal 30% damage in a larger area. Your dash strike hits a larger area and deals 900 damage to armor. Well, given how we're planning to build, this is the one, but this is going to up our magic consumption tremendously. I'm really glad I didn't take cardio gain because this would have been completely useless for this one. We're gonna use up our magic very quickly though.
Fine work.
Get
as
some
always.
silver. Honestly, max magic here isn't bad, but I think we still take coin for boons right now because I'm probably just gonna dash around and spam my special. I guess that begs the question, like, who would actually make sense on a build like this? It also appears like, so I haven't used this hammer much. It does look like the charging up the extra 30 is an option and not a requirement. It seems like the more you charge into it, the more damage it does, but it's not on the outset required here because I'm only using 10 magic at base. We're definitely lacking in damage. I've also been trying to mull over the options of, is a dash only run a possibility? Because I mean, obviously I love those kind of runs in Hades 1. There's Aphrodite. I think I take the shop here. I don't want to really contend with mini bosses, and Aphrodite, as good as she is for a number of reasons, isn't really... of course, she shows up here.
Carefully.
Unlucky.
Let's get you
Here's
someplace
Chaos.
safe.
Chaos could offer channel speed, I think, which would be really good. Or magic. Chaos can offer some really potent magic regen. So honestly, there are several things that we stand to gain from
See you
Chaos
in the
boons, so it's in our
crossroads.
favor. There is Zeus, though. Ooh, Zeus is very tempting as well. First question is, will I gain enough gold to get to get a second boon at the end shop? I think I'm gonna sit on my coin because again, Aphrodite is actually a very solid boon pick here, but not solid enough for the build I'm going for. So I save my coin. I would love that Zeus boon though. Ah, it's so tempting. Nah. Let's go for Chaos. Let's see what Chaos gives. Hopefully Chaos gives us something relevant to our wants.
Chaos.
The ancient and obscure originator of creation yet remains, observing from within such black impenetrable depths the endless toil of the living and the dead.
Chaos is witness to all.
All right, Chaos, what have you... Oh, right, we can give you a gift. Let's go ahead and do that. I love Chaos's
If you'll
keepsake.
permit me, almighty Chaos, I wish you to have this gift of nectar, in accordance with my family's custom among relatives and friends. None of this would have been possible if not for you.
I shall grant you this wish and the freedom to bestow upon me further gifts as you see fit, for I have familiarity with this custom of yours, and am prepared to reciprocate.
And we get the Cosmic Egg. Oh, sorry.
Whatever this is, it's remarkable.
Never
truly.
mind. That was the Hades 1 treat keepsake. We got the Transcendent Embryo, even grosser. Excellent.
When I created life, I had my doubts. Would it invite more problems than it solved? I would be curious to see. Thus my experiment continues to unfold, its outcome yet uncertain.
You know, the whole idea that Chaos created life makes a lot of sense.
Almighty Chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met, what would you have me do?
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary in the absolute. But above all, do as you will.
So, never talk to me unless I talk to you, but also if you want to, that's fine because it would be pretty chaotic. Very chaos of them to say. All right, let's see. So, Addled Will would be probably amazing for us because we're going to need to regenerate a lot of magic very quickly. Channel Omega moves 25% faster is quite nice, but I do not want to reduct the number of boons I could get. And casts, we are definitely not building around casts on this weapon. So Addled Will it is. For the next 4 encounters, I cannot use my cast without taking 5 damage. Otherwise, afterwards, I restore 5.5 magic every 1 second, which doesn't sound like a lot, and objectively speaking, it isn't a lot, but it will make a pretty significant difference until we get a reliable mana regen boon. And I definitely want that. Oh, wait, I shouldn't use my cast. Oh, it's a Force of Habit Kiwi. I only have 6 HP. Maybe I shouldn't do White Antler this early in the playthrough, but I need to get it leveled up, so I decided to do it. Right, let's channel this and see how much damage it does. Cool, 290 and a big AoE. We like that. It did crit, which means the base damage is not great. We could definitely benefit from an Apollo special because it has good scaling and increases the AoE. That's probably what we'll want. Additionally, like I mentioned in the last episode, Apollo's legendary is amazing and would definitely benefit this sort of run. I have to be careful though, because since I can't depend on my cast for iframes, I am way more likely to take hits that are unnecessary. Case in point, I have 1 HP left. Anyway, so we were going to talk about silly nicknames that I've given the many gods. Why don't we start with our protagonist? So Melinoe is probably the easiest target since we hear her name all the time. Let's see. I don't want any of these. Although, this could be really good. Nah. I'm going to save my coin. Let's go see Arachne. Her armor is actually going to save our life here.
My friend.
Hello. You know, I am realizing the fact that I'm going to have to carry this 30 HP for the entire run because I can't change my keepsake, which seems like a big mistake. So unless Hephaestus shows up, we're going to be in a rough patch for most of the run, I think.
Have you been getting anywhere, my friend? I know that whatever you do not give up. But I don't rightly know how close you are to what you mean to achieve.
I'm closer than before, but how much further I have left is difficult to say. Your silk has been of so much help.
I'm 5/7 of the way through Sandpappy, at the very least.
I'm glad it has, and figured that it would. Only the very best for you. And one of these nights you'll make it all the way. And maybe with my silk.
A challenge accepted there, but not tonight. Definitely not tonight. All right, so I don't need faster channeling speed, although it would be beneficial again. I think I probably just take the base armor. And 10 armor is not enough for this one. Yeah, we're going to take 60 armor, gives us Fade Fabric as well, but most importantly, 60 armor. We need as much armor as we can get, and then we just want to keep stacking it as much as possible. Do we even have a boon that we could... We don't even have a boom that we could palm. I mean, the sprint, obviously, but why would I ever sprint... Why would I ever put a palm... Okay. Oh, come on. I got caught on the wall there. Why would I ever palm Hestia's sprint outside of a dash-only challenge? And frankly, I don't even know if I'd do that. I'd probably go for some secondary boons that have more value. So this will be the question is, yes, I'm getting 25 max HP here. If I remove the keepsake, which I can't, mind you, is it worth it? Maybe I should have gone for the palm after all. Like, even if it's like the most minute benefit possible, it still is a benefit. We still need to do 3 more chambers with Chaos's Curse, and I'm a bit worried that that's going to persist into Hecate at this point, which is really unideal. We'll see. Hopefully that is not the case, but I have a feeling it is. All right, yeah, it's plus 0 HP, so I don't think we get anything for that. That's awful. All right, here's Poseidon to also be a terrible god for our build. Again, great. Love to see it. I guess yeah, like Poseidon doesn't do well with burst. He needs rapid attack, which we can't even really, like, this is how fast we fire our special. It's not that fast. So yeah, we don't like to see this. This is a terrible run with a lot of mistakes made. I'm curious to see how far it goes. But all right, nicknames. So we have got ourselves Zagreus. So from Hades 1, we had Zagreus, of course. Probably the most common nickname that I've given him is Ziggle-Zaggle or Zigzag.
We've all been counting on you, little niece, but still, I'd not expected you could take on Kronos and prevail. I thought at best you'd keep him busy for a while. You must be very strong, like me.
I mean, since he's here, Poseidon was Uncle Moisture, which I just think is so funny to me. He would hate that name. We'll take Seastar here because literally I don't want any of this. None of this nonsense is good for me on this build. All right, so 25% chance for items to double as long as they're not like hammers or boons, which could be really good for us, except for the fact that it won't affect HP. And there's Hecate, so we do not have our cast for this fight. I guess we do take Aphrodite at this point. The HP isn't a bad purchase. I think we take... It could hit Seastar. It hit the sprint, great. Take the HP, take the Afro.
Here you are.
Oh, to be an urgent bit of battlefield relief delivered courtesy of the feared boatman himself. Come on, we all have fantasies, gorgeous.
So Aphrodite's got the hots for Charon. That's good to know. Spiritual Affirmation does nothing because we can't get more HP. I guess I'll take Rapture Ring because at least that will give us something. Oh, I can't use my cast yet, but that's fine.
Yes, my lord, I spoke the oath, if that is what you mean. Thus in shadow I serve, and to shadow I'll return ere comes the light of dawn.
All right, we're almost at the point where we'll be able to use our our mana regen from Chaos. Just have to make it through Hecate with no HP.
Our enemy surely is beginning to wonder how you are able to thwart him. Do leave him in the dark. The less he knows of us, the better.
The answers are best left unseen. Ha ha ha.
Kronos seems to think my family bond with him is why I'm able to resist. He hasn't made the connection that you're the one who's prepared me.
You have prepared yourself. 'Tis good that you are drawing his attention and his wrath whilst I remain unseen. We slowly undermine his strength. And through our efforts, buy your mountain relatives more time.
She calling our Olympian family hillbillies? Because it feels like a little bit of a hillbilly comment there. Like, oh, this is gonna be a rough fight when I have no damage. At least I have damage from a distance. That is important to recognize. All right, you're the fake. You're a fake. Are you actually a fake? Yeah, you're a fake. Okay. I always have a bad luck picking the correct clone. It feels like, as it turns out, 20% crit chance isn't necessarily that much, and it would be great if Artemis showed up on the run to make me regret saying that and give me a chance of something better. Like, White Antler is absolutely the speedrunner's keepsake. It is a huge DPS buff, but it is so scary to run when you are either not good or maybe just not stacked up from all the lack of early game buffs that you can get. I do have some fire, but that's not fire. That's just a big angry ring. At least we do some damage with our Omega cast. I'm choosing not to charge it up with Giga Moonblast. It turns out Giga Moonblast might not be as nearly as good as it read. And without mana regen, it definitely isn't. It takes way too much magic, and it leaves you sitting for too long. That's probably the biggest issue. I'll definitely find reason to use it later, but at present, I feel that this run is a little dicey, and it's entirely my fault. Granted, bad RNG did not help the situation. I can't believe I dodged all that. Still no damage. Okay, good. Good. That was definitely just a teensy bit dicey. I do think we get the custom dialogue of she didn't damage us as long as she doesn't do red health damage. So as long as my armor persists, which it will persist, I promise. If it doesn't persist, I don't know what to say. But we're gonna make it persist as best we can. All right, where's the real one? Oh, hello. Are you the real one? You're the real one. Okay. Yeah, like, oh man, we got like the worst possible gods for this build. We got the two gods that love rapid fire attacks, and granted, getting Hestia's cast wouldn't have been terrible. It was great on the last run, doing just a little bit of extra damage and applying for origination, but we're locked out of our cast.
That's quite enough.
All right, there we go.
You wield Discura capably, and I can tell the bond you share is strong. Now, farewell.
Bye-bye.
Return to Shadow now.
Thank you,
Oh,
Headmistress.
White Antler leveled up, which I think gives us 25% crit chance now? Oh, it's expired? Really? It only lasts for one floor. I didn't realize. Okay. Oh, and excellent. Look at that. We have 75 max HP, so the HP we grabbed earlier does actually work. So I forgot that it only lasts for one floor, which makes it way less good. It's honestly, I honestly would argue it's not a good keepsake outside of the context of speedrunning, and even then it feels a little undertuned.
Below, down in the deepest reaches of the underworld, awaits the ancient foe of saffron-veiled goddess Melenoi.
Saffron veiled. Oh, he's commenting on our dress.
You'll help me find him. Going down.
No, actually, he definitely isn't, because this is onyx colored, not saffron. I think saffron is our base color. Am I misremembering? I thought her dress was orange. So, isn't saffron yellow? I thought saffron was yellow.
Scent.
Saffron rice is at least yellow, and that's probably the most context I have for saffron in the first place. Well, on the bright side, we can officially use our cast again, which does help us immensely, to say the least. That said, we're still severely lacking in any form of DPS. My thought process at this point is it doesn't hurt to take the White Antler early. Since we're locked into keepsakes, I'm going to have enough damage by the end of this run, I'm sure. And if not, I have enough safety with the nature of how the weapon plays that I can level up the White Antler. Oh gosh, I don't think I've ever registered how those guys' faces, those like face boulders look, but they spawn face up in attack mode, so I just, ugh, icky. I don't like that, like, it looks uncanny. It definitely, those eyes are maybe, the eyes and lips are maybe a little bit bulgier than I'd like them to be, is how I would explain why I'm having my aversion to the design. It's not a bad design, mind you, it's icky. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, more Aphrodite or shop. We take Aphrodite here. We need some damage, and I don't even want her on my attacker special, which is the worst part about it all. Anyway, so where were we?
Ensnared.
Anyway, so nickname. So Ziggle Zaggle is probably one of the oldest ones. I like the phrase zigzag has got it in the bag. I've definitely used that on more than one occasion, at least in my head, if nowhere else. For a little while, I was mulling over the idea of a Jello Apocalypse inspired. This is basically inspired video for Hades, but I just don't think I have the artistic talent to draw something of that nature. I may revisit it at one point, though, someday, though. Let's see, attack, glamour gain, secret crush. Your attacks gain power, but you prime 20 magic. None of these are good. None of these are what I want. I guess I take her attack, because I am, at this point, at least doing my melee, my dash strike and such. There's Hef. I guess I go for Hef. Let's see, that would lock us into 3 of our 4 gods. I guess it's okay, we'll take him. I don't want him on the special. Uh-oh, it's uh-oh.
At last, a worthy opponent.
If you say so, Mel. Okay, here we go. Let's just bail out. Let's see what a Giga Moonblast does to this guy. 320 damage is not bad. We just need a percentage modifier on our casting will be good. And honestly, like Apollo would probably be my best god at this point for everything that I want. Because Lucid Gain would be pretty solid a magic regain boon. Need to be careful here. There are a lot of things that I don't want to stand near. And he is cooking in our little fire puddles. But it does next to no damage, so it's not actually that worthwhile. Yeah, here's the issue with the charging up the Omega attack, or any Omega ability, is that the auto-tracking seems a little bit unreliable. It wants to home in on the nearest thing, which isn't always the big scary rat charging at your face. And sometimes it just doesn't target at all, especially if you have fast-moving enemies, as I've just discovered. All right, we'll charge this up here. Come on, line up the shot. There we go. A shame we don't have the crit. Oh, let's go ahead and use Darkside. So Darkside doesn't actually do that much damage, unfortunately. Oop. And the imperviousness, so here's the thing, Darkside's actually a damage down for us right now. It does give us some iframe, so I can use it defensively, but I think that's how I have to play it. Oh, gosh. He came at me, like, uh-oh, moves so fast, and he kind of just ignores your cast circle, admittedly. It looks like Giga Moonblast does not charge up, or does not do damage if it's not fully charged up, maybe? I'm unclear. I thought it was like its scales to 300% damage, but maybe it's only if it's fully charged. Oh well.
Kronos must be getting right sore from all your meetings here, Witchy. But ain't learned a proper lesson yet. Much as it must be nice flattening him, starting to wonder what's the plan here besides that.
All right, what have we got here? Special, tough gain, don't want that. Trusty shield, but priming magic. We are getting nothing but the worst possible options for ourselves here. Tough Gain is one of my least favorite magic regen boons because reducing 2 damage against a boss that hits you for what, like 70? Like, it is a boon that requires you to get hit. Why would you ever take it? Why do you want to get hit? This becomes useless at higher heat when you have more damage risk. I guess we take Trusty Shield, but there goes all of our magic, and I can only use 1 Giga Moonblast at a time now because we're capped. And there's Slimini, so we at least get Path of Stars that might make our... What is it called? I'm blanking on the name of the hex. Oh goodness. Oh well. On the bright side, I mean, Trusty Shield is not bad. Let's be honest. Oh hey, Artemis, excellent. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We don't have crit chance, but oh well, it's fine. Hopefully she gives us something fun. She's gonna give us support fire, mind you, because we're definitely running a build where we want to attack really fast, and support fire is great for builds where we want to attack really fast. That's what the game has decided, at least. Hopefully we get something better than that. I really hope that it's something better than that.
Nice shot.
Darn it, did not need to take that damage. We're almost out of armor, but again, it's regenerating armor, so it's still fine. And even if we take more than 4 damage, we only take 4 damage to the armor, and then the armor breaks, so... Okay. Let's take this boon first. Let's see. So Hex last front point.
There you are.
Let's see what we got here. So maxed out, it gets the same effect as our Omega cast, which isn't great because we're not building around the cast at all. Deal 20% more damage, 1% chance to dodge this encounter when I use the Hex. None of this is really good. What is this? During Hex, deal 20% more damage. Hex lasts longer. Your Death Defiance effects fully recharge your Hex if it is not ready. Okay, that's interesting. Might go for that first. Objectively thinking, I think more survivability is what we want, not more damage. So, oh, but there's another dodge chance. So I think I'll do this. So our Hex now lasts 0.5 seconds longer. We get 2% dodge chance during the encounter after using the Hex, and the Hex also charges up 1 magic per second. So it's not amazing, but it definitely gives us something. Oh, hey, Sea Star.
It is
Oh, that's huge. That's huge, actually. That's amazing for us. Your Hex deals more damage. I think now we go for a contingency, right? Yeah. Okay. So we do this. Your Hex lasts for 0.5 seconds longer. You deal 20% more damage during your Hex. Your Hex deals 20% more damage. Oh, we only got 3 there. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Got all the way down to the House of Hades, so I heard. Must be nice having fated authority over the lowest reaches of the underworld. Unless you're Kronos.
So hopefully if we see one more Path of Stars, we're gonna get a lot of passives on that make it a lot stronger.
He was most
dark side.
certainly annoyed. Wields a scythe that's twice my height, surrounds himself with feral satyr worshippers ready to die for him. I'm not surprised it once took both our fathers and more to bring him down.
No reason to compare yourself. They're high and mighty lords of the heavens and the underworld, but they fought Kronos by necessity. You were trained to do precisely this.
So Artemis, I didn't really ever give a nickname. I would call her probably Artie for short. Your specials may deal critical damage, but do prime 40 magic. That basically locks us out of being able to use our Omega special, but it would be really good for us just having a base 10% crit chance on a boon that we're going to be depending on heavily. Easy shot. A piercing arrow fires towards any foe damaged by your Omega cast. I mean, Killing Stroke is the best option, but now we can't use our Omega special, so I don't actually know if it's worth it because we still don't even have a special boon, and we won't for a while. We do not have the rod of fishing yet. Anyway, so Mel has been a lot of fun to bastardize. I can't use an Omega attack or special. This has just been anti-synergy the run, honestly. Just everything about this run is just, could it be the worst possible option? Yes, it could be, and it is. Not that I can have any right to complain. It was ultimately my decision to take the boons that I took. But taking the best of the worst options is still a bad option, and at the end of the day, right? Hopefully things eventually come together. So Mel has been fun to just bastardize her name, because I mean the easiest one is Melon Way, and then I have Melon Lady, and Mel for short, of course. And then we have Belgian Melanois is probably my favorite because it's just like, you can understand the root of it, but it still is stupid. It's very silly. But Belgian Melanois is probably my favorite way to bastardize Mel's name. I also have Melina, which, for those unaware, Melina is a medical term that refers to digested blood in the stool. So definitely a very disrespectful nickname to the god of the ghosts. I think she's god of ghosts. I don't actually know for certain. She feels like she would be god of the ghosts. She definitely makes a lot of friends with the shades in the area. Oh gosh, our DPS is so bad. If we make it to Skilla without being able to use our Omega attack, it's gonna be, or our Omega special, it's gonna be so rough. It's gonna be so unbelievably rough. Or even just not having a special boon at all. We have enough coin for the end shop, so we have at least one roll, but it's probably gonna be Poseidon again. It's almost guaranteed to be Poseidon again. I feel it. I know how Poseidon likes to do things. And if it's not Poseidon, it's Hestia. Like, I have 3 of my 4 gods are just not good for this build, unfortunately, because they're all fixed damage that benefits from rapid style attacks, Hef being not the least of that case. I'm gonna go for the shop here. We need a boon. Hestia, okay.
In the name of Hades.
Let's see. Glowing coal, controlled burn. Okay, so controlled burn is great until you realize I don't have any magic to cast it. But we'll take it on the, like, I think at this point I have to prioritize max magic in the shops, or I'm just gonna be SOL for the rest of the run, frankly. Okay. Oh goodness, this build is a hot mess, Kiwi. A very big, hot mess. Oh goodness, what am I doing with this run? What am I doing with this run?
Be at peace.
I do not deserve to win this run.
What is she wearing?
Oh, look at gals, our #1 obsessive fan come to ruin our show for everybody else. One day, we'll get our own big security team to take care of little incidents like this.
I hope that security team involves tentacles.
I have little choice but to ruin your shows since you refuse to let me by. Though this time at least I'm here for you, Skilla. The will of Night demands it.
As long as I beat Skilla, I'll be happy, honestly. I just need her clear to get the Testament, and then we can let this bad run, this horrendous build, just die. It needs to be put down.
Oh, well, that figures. Can't make it big without making some enemies. Well, our audience likes our shows no matter what happens, like real fans. So do your worst, lady.
I already am doing my worst, Skilla. I don't know what more you want. Oops, did not need to take that hit. We still have 10 armor. We'll be gone soon. But like, I think it's honestly faster to just attack with our base attack and then hit with a special when we have the opportunity to do so. We do have the Huntress, so as long as my enemies are in my cast, they do take 20% more damage, which is solid for us, but like look how slow this is compared to the last run. The last run, we had a pretty darn solid build, like a really strong build for Lyn and Oros, no less, which can be a lot harder to pull off. There goes our armor. I think one of the most important things I need to recognize is that I do not need to dash every time Roxy starts summoning her angry circles. I need to wait until there's actually like something threatening to hit me. I'm way too prone to dashing reflexively when I see her big AoEs happen, and that ultimately causes me to take more damage than is strictly necessary. Anyway, so what other nicknames do I have? So Belgian Melanois, Melina, and Melanway are probably my most common names that I use for Mel. I still think Ziggle Zaggle is one of my favorite, and then I haven't really thought too much about a lot of the new characters in Hades 2 yet about nicknames, I will be honest, because they're like, I haven't gotten enough to engage with them to like really think about what would be a funny but meaningful nickname for them. Granted, I don't know if the nicknames I've given the other gods are strictly speaking meaningful, per se. But we've got, I mean, Zappy Pappy for Zeus, Uncle Moisture for Poseidon. We've got Best Girl for Artemis at best, or Artie for short. I mean, Half and Afro are obviously the nicknames for them, but Athena, Goddess of Anger and Spite, rather than Goddess of Wisdom, because of all of the times that I had an Athena, a build that required one core Athena boon, and she refused to give it to me, and I was always so salty about it. Every run. I don't mind that we're taking a little damage here. We'll hopefully not take too much. We haven't even gone through phase 1. This is so rough, Kiwi. This is the equivalent of that run that you love to fall asleep to from Northern Lion, where his DPS was dependent on Dry Baby, one of the familiars that basically you have a little thing that follows your main character, and if it gets hit, it does an AoE that does a bunch of damage. And yeah, like our damage is that level of terrible. Oh, hello, Jetty. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. I think I'd probably toss out... Like, look how little damage this does. I knew that most people are not fond of Darkseid, but I understand why. It underperforms so terribly. Like, I could have done more damage just not using it. So I guess I just use it as a defensive tool. That's what it has to be. I see an attack coming and I toss out a call, basically the equivalent of that. Okay, there we go. At least we took out Roxy. We are not having a good run, though. Look, and I recognize I set myself up for failure, but you cannot blame me at this point. It has just been bad boon RNG after bad boon RNG. And, like, I probably shouldn't have taken the priming boons. Like, I recognize that as a mistake. I actually think we had a similar issue where I took Zeus's big prime boom, which takes 50 magic prime, which is terrible for anything that requires an Omega attack, and then I locked myself out, and I'm pretty sure that was my first, like, one of my first deaths on Skilla, believe it or not. Or, I mean, why not believe it? But, like, it's not impossible. We need 2 magic ups to even use our special once. Or, I guess, no, we need 1 magic up, but like, ugh. Come on, we've almost got Jetty. Once we get Jetty, I think we're in a good spot. All right, Skilla, oh, Jetty got us. Unfortunate. Okay, there we go. And now we just DPS the heck out of Skilla as quick as possible. Rapture Ring to take out her friends, I guess. Oh, this is so painful. Dry baby, Kiwi, dry baby. Oh gosh. We have shot ourselves so hard in the foot, but at least I am not looking forward to Cerberus.
Blasted catchy song.
On the bright side, at least we have strength active now, so we do more damage for that reason. I know it's kind of unnecessary and redundant to take strength and death defiance at the same time, but we need it in the early game.
Where once reverberated the enthralling music of the sirens, sheer silence now remains. Yet for how long shall those immortal songstresses be stilled?
Doubtless only till my next attempt.
Literally what I was going to say, just until next night, most likely, Homer. All right, we get some HP, we have 15 armor back.
The edge of Oceanus.
All right, into the morning field. Please, game, we need, I have to prioritize rooms with magic. If I can get rooms with magic, we have a fighting chance, but we still need at least, I think, 50 max magic to be able to use our full DPS. And then I have to wait for it to charge. No magic here, but HP is still good. Coin is good because it means we may be able to buy magic in a shop. I don't know. This feels super iffy at best. At least with Rapture Ring, I can hopefully pull enemies into a line where I can hit them all together. Seems like this is going to be a small morning fields because all of the things we needed are right next to each other. Our special does so little damage at base because we still don't have a special boon. We still don't have a special boon. We have nothing. We don't even have our 4th god yet. Oh my gosh, Kiwi, this is rough. Watch it be Zeus. Like, Zeus isn't necessarily a bad option, but he also does not fit the build. No, you know what it'll be? It'll be Demeter, because she's gonna give us the... Demeter has one of the lowest scaling damages on her special in the game, at base at least. All right, let's go ahead and take this HP in, whatever this is. Oh, it was a little sketchy to do that, but we're fine. Trying to not engage anything that I don't have to, and immediately engage things that I don't have to. All right, I think we just have to play our distance. I don't even have a way of activating what is it, origination, because our dash does not apply a curse. It just leaves a little flame trail on the ground that does like the most piddly 14 damage per hit. It's like 14 damage every half second, which is nothing. It's objectively nothing. Oh hey, a Path of Stars. Okay, that'll make Darkseid do a little bit more, but objectively speaking, not enough.
Vitality.
Oh dearie me, and there's Poseidon or Hef. All right, I am invulnerable while I'm taking this, so I don't have to worry about these guys. We only got 1 from the Path of Stars. Why? Oh well. I mean, we don't have any Death Defiances left, so is it even worth taking contingency anymore? Hex lasting for 5 seconds more, or Hex casting a Mega Cast. I guess we take that at this point, because like literally nothing matters. We don't have an attack boon yet either. Or I guess we do. We have Afro's attack boon, right? I mean, there's still a decent chance we get contingency or get another Death Defiance, but I think I'm just gonna go for this. During my Hex, my cast has the same effect as my Omega cast. We'll take that. Okay, I do have Aphrodite's attack. Oh, hey, Sea Star, you're looking mighty fine. So Sea Star actually did something this run, which is nice. All right, so now what do I take? Probably Hex duration up, I guess. Start leaning towards attack faster, because there's no guarantee I get a Death Defiance here. Or, oh wait, we didn't get this one. All right, so now I have 3% full dodge chance every time I use my Hex. Woohoo! All right, of these two, I think a Hephaestus is probably better. Actually, you know what? Poseidon's gain could be huge for us, because it might be able to let us use our magic. I think I go for Poseidon and try to get his gain. He's not going to offer it, mind you, but at least there's the thought that he could offer it. All right, so here's the thing. We don't have enough damage to very quickly burst down the mini-boss here, so I think I go for killing her friends first, just so I don't have to deal with as many lightning bolts chasing after me. Need to keep in mind that our special does have a chance to crit, which could do something. It does slightly more. It does slightly more damage. It is a 10% crit chance, which is nice, I suppose. We definitely want the Hermes boon that ups our chance of chance-based boons activating, if we can even find a Hermes boon. But I'm not I wouldn't prioritize him over getting anything that gives us a little bit more magic. Like, we have magic regen of some nature. We just don't have even a single speck of magic itself to use. But Poseidon may override that, because I don't think we need max magic to be able to use his boons. or we don't need max magic if we have his gain active. So I think there is at least a chance here that we get something of use. We've almost got her armor down, and then we'll be able to attack her more quickly. Anyway, on the topic of silly gods again, or silly god nicknames, so we've got...
That's enough slithering about.
Who else do we have? I mean, we talked about Sandpappy and Daddy Darkness, or Daddies for short. Water Fitness, there it is, Flood Gain. Your Omega moves make you briefly restore any magic you use, repeatable after 8 seconds. The real question is, will this work if I have no max magic?
Greater strength.
It does not. Okay, so that's really bad for us. That's so bad for us, unfortunately. And here's Echo, who is good for us, mind you.
Closer to Cerberus. Closer to Cerberus. Cerberus. Cerberus.
All right, what do we get here?
You know him. Massive triple-headed monster elsewhere in these fields. He's not supposed to be here, and it's made him very angry, poor dog.
Poor dog, indeed.
Angry, poor dog. Angry, poor dog.
You know what it is?
Poor dog.
Cerberus got Norded. This is literally what happened to Aqua. Cerberus got Norded. All right, let's see. Double the palm level of your boons. Yeah, let's definitely let's double our dash that does 15 damage every 0.25 seconds. Get a second boon of Poseidon. Honestly, I think we take boon, boon, boon and see what we hit.
I'm grateful. Grateful.
Oh.
Grateful.
We don't have any fire boons. Shameless Attitude is not bad. Shameless Attitude is actually pretty good for us. Alternatively, Secret Crush, but I do not need to prime more magic. Okay, Self-Healing is also really good, but we don't have fire boons to activate it, and there's no guarantee because the only god that we have on our build right now is Hestia. I don't know. Hephaestus might offer some fire boons. I'm not 100% sure. We'll take Shameless Attitude, I think. Just having more damage is not bad. There's Hef, not a single... This is the one time where I want magic and I'm not getting it. All right, we go this way. Coin could buy magic. We want the hammer. The HP is not bad. I actually didn't register. Was it HP that was the third thing? What I need most of all is a special boon. I really have just not planned well. Oh, there's a mini Path of Stars here. Excellent. I don't think any of these are actual enemies that we were supposed to be fighting. Oh gosh, I have set myself up for failure here. All right, we're gonna bail out and try to gain some distance and kill things from a safe distance. Everything here has armor, which just makes it that much scarier. The worst part about armored enemies is that they resist your cast. We need to kill this guy ASAP. He's gonna be the cause of our death. No, yep, there it is. Okay, get the cast going. We still have 1 armor left, which means we can take 1 more hit. This is so rough. All right. Almost got him dead. 1 more hit. Just out of range. Oh gosh. Okay, good. There we go. Okay. That was really bad. Like, he wasn't even he was an optional enemy at the time. I just didn't realize and I activated him. Okay. Oof, spooky. All right, armor broken on this. This is worse than our first run, Kiwi. This is objectively worse than our first run in terms of the damage we have. Okay, obviously it's not. We have room for origination. We just haven't gotten it yet. I really may just have to accept that I'm getting either Hestia or Poseidon on the special boon and just roll with it, or even Hephaestus at this point, because even if it's not a lot of damage, it's a 500 chunky hit every 15 seconds. It's still damage, I suppose. Oh, you were optional too, really? Ugh. Oof, this is rough. I don't know what to say. We're in for the long haul on this one, that's for sure. Anyway, oh, hey, Sea Star, excellent. Alrighty, let's see, what else is there to talk about? What other gods did I nickname? I mean, Ares is just edgelord, because he's so, he is objectively edgy, war obsessed, fighting obsessed, Goku-like sort of character, I suppose. Actually, no, I wouldn't say he's Goku-like, because Ares is in love with the concept of fighting. Goku is in love with the self-progression associated with getting stronger. Like, obviously he's fighting obsessed, but not in the same way Ares is. Ares loves bloodshed. Goku loves the sense of getting stronger and constantly litmus testing himself against other entities. And Goku is definitely not an edgelord. All right. Why don't we go ahead and put this on controlled burn, so if we can ever use it, it feels better.
Better.
Have another.
Better indeed. Controlled burn again, sure. And another. Sea Star can chain off of itself, believe it or not, Kiwi. So there is a world where it does even more. It can get more than one double up. Unfortunately, we're not even getting mini max magics from like the random things that show up. Like, we're not going to see any max magic until we're not going to see it in Tartarus. So if we don't get max magic here, we're never going to get max magic. Because I don't think there's a mid shop in Tartarus, and that's the only other place we could possibly see it. At this point, I think we just take our Hex last longer. Or damage up. I think I'll take... No, I'm using my Hex for invulnerability, so let's go ahead and build it that way.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Poseidon. Poseidon, my man. My god. Can we... Yep. Oh, wait, that wasn't more damage. Okay, 20% more damage. I thought we had another duration up. I may be mistaken. I'll take this free HP first here, and we need to kill these guys before they come back and be problems. Poseidon is having a field day with the RNG. Like, what is this? It was a 25% chance, and he has activated so many times. Oh, great. I need to learn what the enemy of what this enemy type is called, because I will complain about it. But if I'm gonna complain about it, I want to complain about it by name. After all. On the bright side, they did make it so it doesn't block your damage to enemies outside. Like, it only blocks damage to itself. It doesn't block damage to other enemies in the shadow. I don't think that was always the case. I may be mistaken about this, but I believe that has not always been the case. That said, turns out reducing your vision makes this a lot more threatening an enemy and a much harder situation because you don't know what's coming at you. You just see it running real fast. Gonna do some terrain killing here, I think. Everyone's grouped together. This is my best chance to try and DPS with the terrain on my side. There we go. Okay. Played that pretty well, I'd say. Spooky. Stunning Wallop. Your attack has more range and deals 100% damage to distant foes. Your attacks hit twice but use 5 more magic. Your attacks are 50% faster. So cool. We're going a special build and we got only attack boons. What is this run, Kiwi? What is this RNG? This episode is going to be so long because I can't DPS anything. I think double damage on the attack. This anti-synergizes with my Aphrodite attack. I deal more damage to close-up foes, deal more damage to distant foes. I don't think Mirror Thresher is good because I can't use the magic. Although maybe it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't empower it if I don't have the magic. I think we just take Rapid Thresher. I don't know, man. We're not winning here. We are just objectively in a bad spot. That's cute. Omega moves do 50% more damage. If only I could use them. Whenever you would next take damage, receive HP in that amount instead. That would be pretty good for Cerberus. It's only 15 coin. We'll take it. Gain 7 Ash. I'll skip that. It's not that much. Max Magic. Oh, Kiwi, this is so rude. Like, the Max Magic would help us. I wouldn't be able to use Giga Moon Cleaver, but I'd at least be able to use my Omega. Do I take it, or do I risk possibly it showing up in the shop? I think I don't risk it. But we need a special boon. Oh, this is awful. This is so awful. I think I'm just gonna save my money. Let's take the guaranteed magic. We need it. We need the magic here, Kiwi.
Felt that.
Poseidon, my man! My god! Poseidon, my hero! I'm so sorry about talking shit about your boons. You have saved the run! Poseidon! Oh my gosh, Sea Star.
The gates of hell.
Okay, I had no way of expecting that to happen there. Okay, we use 50 magic a special though. But Poseidon's magic gain does actually help us phenomenally well here. Because he just makes it so we don't use magic. Oh, I accidentally walked into that. That was an avoidable attack that I did not need to get hit by. Alright. We still admittedly don't have amazing damage because we have yet to get a special boon, but you know what? We have damage now. We at least have damage. Alright, I need to remember I have Darkside for... Oh, what are you doing here? Alright, we take this guy out with Darkside. I wish that Darkside running out was a little bit more, a little bit better telegraphed. It does not feel obvious to me all the time. This is an icky position to be in. Use my cast for the free dodge. Oh, hello. There goes our armor. That's fine. Alright, well, I expected Cerberus to be rough, so there's no surprise here. No surprises to be had. Oh, come on, I used my cast. Why didn't I not have invulnerability there? why is my cast not granting invulnerability? Oh no, I think I remember there being a glitch associated with Darkseid with that regard when you get this secondary boon. I thought they fixed it though.
This isn't who you
Oh,
are.
this is really bad actually. I no longer have invulnerability on my cast because of a bug in the game, I think. I may be mistaken, but I remember there being some sort of glitch that makes the, I forget what the Arcana is called, but the Arcana that I was just being like, I'm so happy I have, no wait, I used it. No, okay, I'm not sure. Maybe it's only if you have used your Hex. Unsure. We're gonna go ahead and use my Hex here. It's not gonna do a lot of damage, but it will grant us invulnerability, and my goal is to kill the wretches here, which, oh my goodness, it does not, even with the like extra second, it just does not feel like it lasts nearly as long as it should. And I wish it was, again, I wish it was a little bit clearer when it runs out. It does not feel like it is very well, they give you a little dong right before it runs out, but I would love it if it was more like how a certain keepsake will unlock eventually works. Ah, gosh. Oh, you know what? I just realized I do not have Death Defiance. I am throwing the run here, objectively speaking. We take out your friends. We need to get rid of these guys ASAP. I think I am almost one hit from death at this point, which is not good. I want to blame a bug, but I can't justify it. Like, I don't have enough proof to say it actually is that. We don't even have origination, which makes this even worse. Like, if we had origination, we'd at least have some damage to everything else. Alright, I'm gonna just toss this out and hope that's enough to DPS into death. It probably isn't because it does so little damage. Why is it so bad? Oh my goodness, Darkseid. We have it almost fully maxed out and it's still terrible. I hate, okay, I don't think I'm taking Darkseid even if it's offered again.
The beast's defeating princess returns terrifying Cerberus to his senses and familiar form.
Maybe when we unlock Godsent boons, but not until then. Oh, this entire run is just a series of mistake after mistake.
You're looking better already.
If this is rough to watch, it's only rougher to play, Kiwi. I don't think we're winning this run. Not with where our HP is.
Something about my brother.
It's probably the color. They match a little bit there. Maybe when they said saffron earlier, they were referring to her hair, but Homer said her dress was saffron colored. I don't know, maybe saffron is orange, and I've never actually seen what saffron looks like up close.
Dust.
What I would give to have Lucky Tooth right now. Gosh.
The calculating titan of time wrested control of the underworld. He sealed shut the major artery from Tartarus. Yet the princess of the dead knows of a hidden passageway within.
Secrets of the unseen.
All right, Kiwi. We've got 15 armor each room, and we've got 51 HP. That is just going to feel worse and worse with Eris showing up and making things more difficult for us. I'm going to have to play supers. She's gone, Kiwi. Oh my goodness, Eris is gone. We have still a very poor chance, but at least we're not taking double damage.
Chambers. Realign.
Or I guess like 50% more damage, but still. That said, like,
predictable as the turning of the gears throughout this place.
We're gonna have to go for those extra rooms, but I'm gonna have to take a mini boss for a special boon particularly. But I don't want to. I can say that much with confidence. I really don't think mini bosses are a good decision with where we are in the run. At least we have decent damage. Honestly, at this point, Aphrodite on the special isn't the worst option. It's just I'd have to sit still for so long for it to work, and that seems super risky. And being close range in particular, like, again, that's why I wanted Apollo. Not only does he give us a big AoE up, he also gives us a pretty sizable damage up. Oh well. With glowing coal, I think, is it glowing? I keep forgetting. What is it called? It's not glowing coal. I know it's not glowing coal. What is it? Controlled burn, there we go. With controlled burn, we at least have some good bonus damage, but what we really need is origination. If we have origination going, we'll be fine. That'll give us a very sizable damage up. We just, oh, well, there's our free damage. Thankfully, we do have our magic gain boon, our armor from Hephaestus to keep us alive for a little bit longer. Drop my cast so that enemies get pulled in. I just need to keep using and abusing. Poseidon's magic boon was definitely the best option for us here. You have to play so safe, and it's so very lame. At least Controlled Burn does have a pretty sizable AoE on it. Like, if we hadn't gotten that 25% chance of C-Star activating, we really would have just been really out of luck. Okay, here's Hades. He can help us a bit too. Probably take his HP if the HP regen he gives if we can get that.
It's me.
Unseen Ire is a reasonable secondary to it if we've got nothing better.
The triple-headed guardian of hell does not wish to be troubled at this time.
His urns aren't a bad option either. I just don't find them reliable enough to use consistently.
Please hang on, Father. I have to safeguard the details, but I'm getting closer to something. A way to stop Kronos. Forever.
Gnocchi has appeared to demand food. I guess that's fair. She is due breakfast now.
Forever. Even when my brothers, foster sisters, and I vanquished him, we knew he would eventually be back. A deathless titan. But we thought it would be on our terms.
Alright, Gnocchi,
Such fools.
Gnocchi, I promise I'll feed you breakfast after this run. It's only a little bit more.
What else could you have done? He left you with no choice, and you lacked the means to destroy him utterly.
It was for the best that we lacked such means. We would have used them and continued using them. I merely judge the dead. Or used to. I was never fit to judge the living.
A fair self-assessment. Let's see. Cinerary Circle, Howling Soul. Howling Soul would be good insofar as it lets us be a ranged build, kind of like how our second run went. Unseen Ire isn't bad either. We could definitely use the damage up, but surviving for 40 seconds just for it to activate again. Although, actually, we could chain this with our Hex, and that might work. Just spamming invulnerability through the fight. This isn't a bad option considering how much magic we use though, but I think I'll save it for another run. I'm going to take survivability here. I think we need survivability above all else.
That I can spare.
It won't be for naught.
Alright, so other nicknames. We have Persephone. Persephone, this was a nickname that I gave her because of something that Ares said in a character dialogue in Hades 1, but I just call Persephone, Dread Queen of the Underworld, because it's such a metal name, honestly. Alright, these little time turner enemies are going to be the bane of my existence, as always. I need to be careful not to take any hits that are unnecessary. Oh, shoot, I got clipped. Alright, let's use this to take this guy out. It does, oh my goodness, that does so little damage. I'm gonna say that a lot because it just is impressive how terrible a hex it is. Like if we got there is a chance. So we saw that it made it so that our Omega cast activates on our cast when we use our hex. That's great. That's actually, there are situations where that's good, but there are other situations where we could have our attack boon applying on our attack, or our cast or our special boon applying on our special. And you know what? We didn't get those. We got the objectively worst option again, which is just a running theme for this run. All right, my goal here is to kill the time turners with my invulnerability. It's also worth noting that I think Unseen Ire does not block the first hit that triggers it. It just makes us invulnerable afterwards for 5 seconds. The 70% damage up isn't bad though, mind you. Not a single bonus chamber. Are you real? Are you serious? Are we not even gonna get mini bosses? Come on, game. Give me something. Give me something. I am lucky that did not hit me. Or did it? No, Unseen Ire didn't activate, so it didn't hit me. I honestly wonder if it's better to just depend on the damage from controlled burn rather than charge up for Giga Moonblast or whatever it's called. I think I do more damage per second using Moonblast, or using the, 1 second. I just really don't want to get clipped here. I think I do more damage per second just depending on controlled burn. Yeah, I think I do. Oh man, our entire build is just based on an anti-synergy after anti-synergy and bad boon RNG as a whole. We will hopefully see a god we will always see a god boon in Charon's shop, right? Really? Not a single bonus chamber in all outside. Well, I guess we got Hades, which is worth saying something, but not a single bonus chamber now that Eris is gone. Of course it's now that Eris is gone. Wow. Okay, there's our mystery boon. I heard a ding. Let's find the ding. Kiwi. This run has been so rough. Wow. I don't think I take the anvil. Let's see, can I afford everything? We take the HP for sure. We can afford everything. I think I go Mystery Boon first? Yeah, Mystery Boon first. Oh yeah, Fro. Great to see you. Nervous Wreck. Whenever you inflict weak, also randomly inflict curses from 3 other Olympians. Well, that gives us origination. Getting the damage up on the special would be amazing, except I don't want to be in melee range of Kronos, sitting for a full second just to charge up an attack. So I think we built a special boon build and did not get a special boon that is going to be worth using, but Nervous Wreck is too good to pass up. Whenever you inflict weak, also randomly inflict curses from the other Olympians, that is going to give us more damage because it's going to activate origination. Love and beauty can be so overwhelming as to strike each of the senses numb. All right. Fair enough. All right, Poseidon, let's just get your special, I guess. Specials do 30 damage. Ocean Swell, your Omega moves also launch a wide wave ahead that knocks foes away, but you use 5 more magic. Honestly, since I'm going to be at a distance charging this up, I wonder if that's the better option. Honestly, at this point, I'm committed to the bit. I don't want a actual special boon. I give up. I resign myself to my fate. We're gonna lose this run. It's a terrible build. I could play super safe, and so I could still win. But this build is such trash. This is the worst build I've had the entire playthrough, I think.
I must say, I'm quite unaccustomed to so many frequent visits from my kin. Perhaps if Hades and the others deigned to call as often, our relationships would not have been as strained.
Oh, this is not that sort of call. Though I didn't realize you were merely lonesome. Are your satyr worshippers not stimulating enough as house guests?
They are worshippers, not kin. You are unfortunately caught in the midst of a dispute, and do not know the difference between having family around or not.
Yeah, but that's your fault, you jerk.
Because of you and this dispute of yours. And now you'll be destroyed for what you've done. Was it worth it?
Oh, yes, it was.
You put it that way, no.
Oh.
Had I not made any mistakes, we would not be here now, would we? Certainly not as such vicious foes. Yet here we are, each in turn facing the consequences of the past.
That feels a little bit like Kronos playing the victim here, which, I mean, you can argue both ways a little bit on that, but he did eat his kids. He absolutely ate his children, which they don't bring up in this game, so maybe it's not canon in Hades 2, but still. Alright, so here's the plan. In typical fashion, we take out his friends first, because we do not need their problems. Gnocchi, this is not the time for you to be a distracting pain in the butt. Gonna wait till that comes out to block the damage. Try and take out his friends. Charge up a good special. I'm lucky those attacks didn't hit me. All right. This is the longest his friends have ever survived against me. All right. I think they're too far away to focus on now. We have used up enough magic, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this for invulnerability. Do as much damage with it as I can. And then bail out before it runs out. We got one more fancy special there. Okay, so yeah, I just depend on our Omega specials, and then I just bail out, use my cast for defense.
Do you not wish to meet more of my guests?
I don't actually wish to meet your guests, Kronos, as it turns out. Wow, we immediately had our armor broken there. I didn't realize these guys did so much damage. Funny that we don't see them anywhere else outside of Kronos' chambers. It's cool. It is cool that they gave him his own custom allies. I'm gonna go ahead and mine this just in case we throw the run, honestly. I definitely cast a little bit early there, but we had dodge chance? Right, we get dodge chance from our, what's it called? From using our hex in a fight. Whoop. I was gonna get hit by that, so I went ahead and cast that out. At least we do some damage. It feels like it's so little. Kronos, come closer, please. I would like to hit you with this. Thank you, buddy. We actually can kind of spam invulnerability, which is silly. I didn't think I was going to dodge that, so I didn't risk it. Oh, you know what? I just realized we're applying Blitz sometimes because we can apply any of the other gods' boons. Oh, we had Unseen Ire activated there because we did take damage, oopsie. You know what? If I just go ahead and use up my max magic with the Poseidon boon, I stay in Hex. Okay, so we have no damage, which has been the gimmick of the run, mind you. Oh gosh, how did I not take damage there? So we have no damage, but we also can't take damage. We almost effectively have permanent uptime on invulnerability frames. Why can't I use it? Oh, why? Oh, weird. Why it wouldn't let me use it for some reason. It's up now. All right, saw that coming out. Take out your friends, because I don't want to deal with them. Take out the shield casters. My goodness, Darkseid does not last nearly long enough. I need to go back to playing safe. I don't think the strategy is working nearly as well as I hoped it to, and now we have taken far more damage than we really needed to. We do pop him very quickly. I do not know if I have invulnerability frames on my cast, which is scary. Scary, very scary. All right, this should finish him for this phase at least. Use that for safety, but I was out of range. I just didn't want to risk it.
Perhaps a change of scenery is best.
Okay.
I
think we can survive one hit and one hit only.
You expect a show of mercy here?
Why did that turn around at the last second there? Unfortunate. I'm gonna toss this out for safety, because I foresaw getting caught in between a rock and a hard place there. Oh gosh, we're slow. Okay, I need to play it safe. Stay out here. Knew that was coming. Bail out, bail out. Toss out another Omega Special. Oh, I panic and pop that. He's going for a big swing. We're out of our invulnerability. I just have to be really mindful that I seem to be actually really at risk of taking unnecessary damage because Darkseid runs out and I don't realize it until it's too late. I at least appreciate that these enemies don't hurt you. I just also am terrified of them pressuring me into going into one location where I don't want to be. Or them spawning where this needs me to stand, which happened in one fight, which really screwed us over. Okay, that's good. We've almost killed all of his friends. I think we have killed all of his friends. Okay, we're fine. Just play super safe here. Thought I was gonna get hit, so I activated that. Unfortunately, I didn't get my cast under him, so we don't get the curses on him. Used my cast very defensively there, but definitely cut it a little close. All right, free damage here is great. I think we have him. I'm gonna wait till I see what he does, and then pop this for invulnerability. He's in our cast this time. And I have the range to do this until it wears off. It really just does not last nearly as long as I want it to. We're outside of his range unless he does a dash, which I was expecting. I was expecting that Kronos. I don't trust that I can't take damage from this, so we're gonna bail out. I think one more solid hit and we've got him. Come on. Oh, we're gonna do this? We're obviously gonna do this. All right, we'll just beat him in Darkseid. This is fine. Punch, punch, punch. There we go.
Family has done worse to me before, and I'm vastly stronger now. Stronger with each passing night.
Good for you. Arguably, I am too, but I also feel that somehow this was like the weakest run I have ever had. Thankfully, we clutched it out at the end. Poseidon, I have to put you on front. You are the hero of this run. I can't imagine having won with the build I had before C-Star activated in that room.
You're old and tired. You don't even know why you're fighting anymore. To prove something to your children.
They took everything from me. Everything and more. Now they seek for you to take the rest. Such a wretched family, this.
Such a shame we couldn't find a way to give you back what you lost, Kronos.
Leave me be.
We're too busy just killing you after all. No time for mercy or understanding, for Mel at least.
For the unseen.
Okay. So, like, that was such a rough run. What do we honor? What do we honor? I mean, we know what we honor, right? Nervous Wreck was a really good pull. Like, not gonna lie, but let's be honest. Saved the run. Saved the run.
So much for the ravages of time.
Vanquished only for the moment, scheming Kronos cannot be so easily destroyed. Yet in her every fleeting victory against him, fierce Millennium recovers something she thought lost.
I still remember flashes of this place.
Well, I guess that's the thing. So here's the thing, Kiwi. I was complaining about, like, the run felt like a dry baby run, but Uncle Moisture came and moistened us up like nothing else. Uncle Moisture's solution is very potent when he uses it, right? I guess. But RNG, like, that was the most ultimate extremes of every bit of RNG. C-Star activated so many times. Like, what are the chances with a 25% chance that it activated it as often as it did? I really want to know, but it, most importantly, it activated where it needed to.
To the abyss of the subconscious I descend.
All right, let's go say hi to Ziggle Zaggle again. Uncle Moisture, you are a legend.
Now, night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time.
Any second now.
Strange, I think I feel a little stressed. While I'm asleep? I'm supposed to be calm and relaxed. But then again, this is more like a nightmare, I suppose. Well, that makes much more sense. I'll just calmly wait here.
It's interesting, when they give him shorter bursts of dialogue, he's quieter when I'm at this point, but they make him louder when he has more to say. I do wish that it wasn't proximity based. I wish you could hear what they're saying regardless of how close you are, particularly for someone who is very interested in their dialogue and having to have it be auditory for Kiwi while she's sleeping, or trying to sleep at least.
Is that? Good news, sister. It took some doing, but I managed to persuade our father to let me hang on to his favorite spear a while.
I'd love to see what he actually said to Daddy's to get the spear.
You did. That's great. But where is it? I found no trace of any such weapon when I passed through here.
I hid it under the bed.
I have it secure, except I felt a little hesitant about handing it over, or however you mean to get hold of it across this astral psychic, whatever you call it.
Zagreus, I need that spear. We need that spear. What misgivings could you possibly be having now?
I don't know, just the casual idea of killing my grandpa, maybe?
Milinoe, you're asking me to permanently slay a member of our family whom I've never even met. I know it's important, but that doesn't mean I want to go through with it. I don't even know if I can.
Of course you can. What do you mean you don't want to go through with it? We're the children of the Underworld King and Queen. We do what is required of us, not merely what we desire.
Mel, you clearly don't know the content and nature of Hades 1 then, because Zag did a lot of what he wanted to do.
You sound just like Father. There was a time I never could communicate with him either, and I sorely wish that he was dead and gone. I'm glad I never had the capability. I might have used it then.
I sound just like Father. Good. Yet there you go, comparing him to Kronos once again. Just because they're related doesn't make them anything alike. Nor is this situation remotely similar to the one you were in.
Regrettably, Mel, we often have traits that we don't like that we do adopt from our parents.
Oh, I don't know. My situation also involved family members desperately trying to kill each other.
We're trying to prevent that. At last, we'll discuss this more another night. I can't force you to cooperate with me, but I can haunt your dreams.
I'm gonna be spooky!
Well, it's a good thing I'm susceptible to threats. This was a lovely chat. See you some other nap time then.
Count on it. And mark you my words, we're going to fix this situation. We're not going to let our family fall apart.
Oh, Zag will see through to that, I'm sure.
I'd settle for the latter bit.
Well, I guess we got to see our first sibling spat. Alright.
Brother, we shouldn't be fighting.
Let's try and make this a quick roundup. This episode has gone on far long enough. I need a rest.
I understand where Zagreus is coming from, but he hasn't had to go through any of this.
I also appreciate that Krenos has dialogue with Mel about the situation. Krenos is absolutely Mel's comfort friend.
Don't you have friends among the other shades, Dora? You could join them for some activity out there. It's picked up a lot of late.
Foolish witch.
Haunting this tent is a full-time obsession. We lesser shades can be a little single-minded. I guess kind of like mortals.
Kiwi also haunts our house, I would say.
Not just mortals.
I don't know, is it haunting if you do the dishes? Friendly poltergeist, maybe?
Some spirits of the dead forever wander aimlessly, whilst others, lacking even so much will, merely linger in a single place.
Like, she's definitely pale enough to be compared to a ghost, but I feel she's more like an eldritch horror, vampire, dragon enthusiast, tentacle lover sort of character than a ghost.
Dora does need to get out more often.
I am definitely outing Kiwi in the worst way possible.
Let's have a look around. Moonlight guide us.
Most of us wouldn't even be here if not for the Olympians, you know. Cause of death, arrow. To the knee. I have actually never played...
A prophecy concerning doom.
Harbinger of Doom, the daughter...
I have to find Lord Moros once again and call him here.
The daughter of the god of the dead shall some evening summoning our feared emissary to her abode. In a flash she shall realize the incantation to achieve this. Okay. We definitely need this friend before we can unlock some fun things, so the sooner we unlock this, the better. Let's go take a look at that incantation and try and make it happen as soon as possible.
Fresh from the pot.
Also, we have some freshly brewed shadow.
I think I know how I can do the bidding of the fates.
Okay, let's see. Doomed Beckoning. Beseech Moros to reappear in accordance with the will of the three fates. The three fates believe there is more for their brother to do now that their list is delivered. We only need 2 more fate fabrics, so let's go ahead and grab that.
You carry moon dust
and
now.
we can buy moon dust to upgrade our Arcana now, which is great. But most importantly, fate fabric 1, 2.
I have need of that.
And some more grass. We should be able to upgrade our Arcana that way as well.
Could use this. I shall, my lord. Until then, we each have our tasks to complete.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and activate Doom. I beseech thee, Doom, come and save us from our plight. Moros, Doom incarnate, a feared son of Nyx, and emissary guardian of the three fates.
Let's begin. Hear me, O Doom. Hear my voice from afar. I need beseech you wherever you are.
Come to the crossroads, you jerk!
Where are you, Lord Moros?
See you on the next run.
So it goes at times.
I found him, headmistress. My father. Kronos has him locked away in Tartarus. But I couldn't save him. He asked I leave him be.
Truly? How utterly predictable of Kronos to gloat in such a way. I regret that your reunion with Lord Hades thus transpired. Though I am gladdened you discovered him. How does he fare?
His feet are really hot. And not in the way that you're thinking. No, they're on fire. Okay, oh my goodness. Kiwi, don't take that out of context.
I really wouldn't know. He seemed sound of mind and body, and he knew me soon enough. Gave me what blessing he could still bestow. What can we do?
Look, all 3 of them, Zag, Hades, Mel, they all have really hot feet. But not that kind of hot. The hot kind of hot. The fiery kind of hot.
If he asked you leave him be, then 'tis evidence he wishes to remain unseen. Use full discretion and be brief should you encounter him again. And I shall see about ensuring Kronos remains ignorant of your newfound connection.
I'm pretty sure Kronos already knows because we've used Hades' boons against him multiple times. I think he's even commented on them. Oh well. We'll talk to everyone, we'll toss out the incantations, and then we'll call it an episode. These episodes are so long. I really wish they were shorter.
I once was desperate to hear the siren's song. I barely resisted their temptations. Of course, I was merely mortal. Perhaps you're less susceptible to their allure.
Perhaps. At any rate, I failed to see the appeal. Although, it's possible the sirens were better off without Scylla. She seems rather bossy.
She's a menace. Caught half a dozen of my crew like she'd a separate set of teeth for each of the poor lads. We'd little choice but to pray to the gods and sail on. Tell her hello for me.
Didn't you... Do I misremember, or didn't you, like, sacrifice 6 of your men for that to happen? Like, it wasn't just she caught them, you deliberately used them as bait, I think.
Did the gods answer your call, at least?
For the most part.
Also, arguably, not the way he wanted. Definitely not the way he wanted.
Hail, Hecuba.
Poseidon was big angry in the Odyssey. Zeus and Apollo weren't much happier either.
Nightshade.
I really appreciate Athena's role in that, though. She, goddess of wisdom, was a big fan of Odysseus. They had a little bit of spat at the start of the story, but then she comes back and defends him from Zeus. Rest well, O sleep. Alrighty, Nem. We got Nem still.
Talking to Hypnos again. He can't hear you, you know. Kind of what happens when somebody's fast asleep.
That is not always the case. Kiwi is a weird sleeper. She'll like respond to my questions sometimes and then start snoring immediately afterwards, and I have no idea how that works. It weirds me out. Kiwi, it weirds me out so much.
Not as simple as you make it out to be. I think he can sense my words and intentions.
Maybe that's it.
Sensing words and intentions, yeah. Sounds exactly like the Hypnos I knew.
I've gotten into the habit of asking Kiwi when she wakes up in the middle of the night if she wants tea, and in her drunken stupor, she's like, "Yeah." It's really funny. It's so funny because she would absolutely drink the tea if it didn't take time to. If it didn't take time to make, she has very clearly made it very clear that she would absolutely drink the tea if I offered it to her. All right, we don't have iron, so we can't make this happen, but let's go ahead and get Briny Life Spring. Reveal a hidden chamber in Oceanus where you may restore HP in peace. A purified spring can be difficult to locate in the depths of the sea.
Kathuski Onaski. So moted be.
And then we've got cleansing of fountain waters. Enhanced fountain so they restore 10% more HP. Water is a source of life even for immortals, yet must freely flow to achieve its potential. I've been watching a rather interesting video recently that's kind of related to that, about assessing water quality in Hyrule from, what's it called? Assessing the water quality of Hyrule in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's pretty interesting, and it taught me a lot about what makes water in the wild potentially safe to consume. Well, go ahead. I think I'll save Permeation of Witching. I'll buy it now, whatever. Gain the ability to traverse warded gateways, such as the one leading to the surface. The wards fend off no foe, but rather prevent an inexperienced princess from venturing too far. I'm not going to take this yet.
For my protection, I dispel. For I am ready now for heaven as for hell.
We're not actually ready for heaven, so we're gonna wait. We're not gonna go upstairs just yet. We'll probably do it after the next run, though. So look forward to that. I've got the hiccups now. Great.
Should be able to head to the surface now.
Doesn't mean we're going to, though, Mel. I apologize in advance. All right. Kiwi.
Our victorious princess of the underworld.
That's me. I'm the princess.
So you smacked Kronos a good couple of times now. Remind these shades and me what is to happen next. How are you going to kill that which continues coming back?
Commander, though it's tempting to share all my latest progress, we both know I'm never to divulge the details of my task. Not even to you.
Not even to me. But can you say at least your brother, is he gonna be alright? Been worrying about the guy is all.
I mean, he's doing great in the mirror.
Nice try, sir.
Oh, right, we can't tell him. Never mind. You heard nothing about a mirror, Skelly.
You made it from Oceanus. Good.
All right, Kiwi, I think this episode has gone on more than long enough. Let's call it a day. In the next one, we are going to unlock the Moonstone Axe, which is one of my other less great weapons, but we'll see how we make it work. There is a strategy to optimize its DPS, especially in the early part of the run, before you have things come online. So with all that said, look forward to that. Actually, may as well just do this now.
All right. Zorafet, the Moonstone Axe. You can split anything apart.
With all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2, where I run another weapon that I'm not terribly confident at. See you in the next one.